Hi there, this is Tracy from the Papercraft studio, and today I'm going to show you how to make this triple, I've got a triple peony poppy box. So I'm using the peony papers and the poppy moments dies there, and I've got three colours down the bottom here: basic grey granite and petal pink. So all part of the colour scheme for Peony Garden Suite I'll just show you here. So it's on page 82 and 83 of the catalogue, and it's these papers down here that we're using. I did make my original box using the Prize Peony bundle here, the dies that cut out the peony, which are actually really straightforward. I didn't buy them initially, and I wish I had before creating this box. But it's another way to show you that either works really, and I'll just show you here. I've actually used the Poppy Moments dies here, so it's this bigger one here that I've used. So you can mix and match your sweets a little bit depending on what you've got and what you can afford to buy really. Any of these products, if you head over to my shop, there's details in the description below. You can buy from my online store. Okay, so I'll show you the pieces we need here. So this is the lid, and this measures, sorry my notes go over 2 pages, it's quite specific. It's 7 1/8 of an inch by 4 9/16 of an inch. So if you're using the Stampin' Up trimmer 4 9/16, there's 4.5 there. It's that tiny little line just straight after that, and this just helps the lid fit properly. And then you need 3 pieces cut the same. I've scored 2 of them because you don't particularly need to see me score all of them. But basic grey granite and petal pink, and these all measure 7.5 inches by 2 3/4 inches. I'll tell you the scoring measurements in a little bit. And then lastly, the last things you need to cut: a piece of petal pink cardstock, which measures 4 3/8 by 1 7/8, and a piece of Designer Series paper, which measures 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do the scoring. I'm going to score the lid first. So on all 4 sides, you need to score at 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inches. So just turn it, do the same all the way around. 1/2 inch, 1 1/4. And this is because we're going to do a reinforced lid, so we're having the two lots of score lines here. And then, like I said, I've gone ahead and scored 2 of these, but with the long side at the top, these are for the base boxes. You're going to score at 1.5, 3.5, 5 and 7, and then you're going to turn it and score it at 1 1/4. Okay, so that's on all of the 3 pieces. So let's work on the boxes first. Okay, so we can fold on the score lines. All of these. And then you're going to, we need to get rid of this small section, actually on this side, this small section at the bottom. So you've got slightly smaller section here, larger one at the top. You're just going to cut up that one and just come in a little bit on the one above. So you're just taking off that tiny bit extra there. And then on all of these, you're going to go either side of the score lines and just take out a little triangle. So up one side of the score line, see if you can see that there, and then up this side as well. So you're just taking out that small triangle, and I call these flower pots that you're leaving behind. So again, just either side, taking out that small triangle. I should have really cut the other ones beforehand, but I'll just quickly go ahead and do those now. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to pop this together with some tear and tape. I haven't used the new Stamping Seal Plus yet, which will be perfect for this. So we're going to, on this folded over bit on the end, so you've got it resting as it would come up, fold this one over, pop some tape on there, and then again, just going to work out which will be towards the back, this one here. So come in, not the first biggest one here, this one, and on the other side you're going to pop some tape on there. So let's do that on all of these. So fold that one over, pop the tape on. You could use glue as well. So again, fold that, and then 1, 2, 3 in this one here. This is part of my July by Post classes, and they're £10 classes. Anyone can order them in the UK or anywhere in France, Germany, Austria, and the Netherlands. And it's just a chance to craft along with me at home. You get all the supplies. You need to do your own stamping if there's stamping involved, because as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I can't include stamped images and kits, but you will get everything else you need apart from the adhesives to make up these things. So what I do, so I've got it this way up, I fold over this one with the tear and tape on, and the next one, and then I just fold that one over, and that's the easiest way to get that to line up there. The two smaller tabs in first, then the one without the tape, and then this one here. Okay, so that just then folds over at the bottom like that. And then these three are, sorry, the other two, of course, the same. Okay, so there you have it, your 3 boxes, and you can choose the order that you want to put them in. Try and make sure you've got all the seams around the same side here, the little seams inside. So I'm going to pop them together like that. You can use glue or tape to pop those together. So I'll just show you. I knew that was going to happen, my glue that won't start. You can choose to be a bit more careful about how much glue you put on and make sure you get to the edges. So then you're just going to push these together, line them up like this so that you get that little trio of boxes. Make sure they're all the same at the bottom, and then just give them a little pinch to make sure the glue dries there. You can take a little bit longer with that bit. Should have bought some little pegs. Anyway, you get the drift there. To make the lid, obviously a few more score lines, so fold on all the score lines here. That's good just to give them a run along with the bone folder. those folded there. Have it in a landscape mode. You're going to cut straight up this line here, score line, to the second one, up to there, and then again on the one next to it, straight up to the next score line. Then you're going to take this bit out completely and then take this one across there like that, so you end up with a little tab. So move along and do the same on this side. So on these two score lines, you're going to cut straight up to that second score line up there. Take off these two pieces here on this side, and then take off this little bit here. Turn it right round and do the same on the opposite sides. Okay, then we're just going to do a little bit more notching in. So we're going to take a little slither off of either side of these tabs, so you can see how much there I took off, tiny piece either side, but that just helps it all fold up. So again, I create my little kind of flower pot shape on all four. Ooh, shaky hand. It's quite early morning. I'm trying to film before the girls get up and before the bin men come, and it's all too noisy to do videos, so I haven't had enough coffee yet. There we go. And then the last thing you're going to do on all four of these outside pieces, you're just going to do the same. Take a little piece off, just to create a little kind of edge. Again, it all folds in a bit easier then. Still a piece in there. There we go. So that's all the cutting there. So this is what you want to end up with. So you need to make sure these four tabs are still intact. Okay, so we're going to put some tape on the back of there. I'm just going to put it across diagonally for now, just for speed. You could put a couple of layers like that on. Again, use glue if you're a glue person. And then you're going to flip it over. So this is the side where it would bunch up like that. Okay, so that's the side you need to put the tape on those four tabs, and then flip it over so it's kind of up in the air like that. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little tortoise on its back. And then you're going to put tape along the outer edge of these four here, or glue. If you're using glue, don't do it at this stage. Wait until we're building it up. There we go. So back to this side, we're going to peel off the tape here on all four. You can just, run along with your fingernail, but I prefer to just pull it up with this take your pick tool. Okay, so then what you're looking to do is have this straight fold lining up with this straight edge here. So you're tucking it under and just bringing those two edges together to create a box shape. So all the way around, just tucking that piece in and then bringing this one up to that corner there. Okay, so at this stage, if you're using glue, you'd put it on here. I'm just going to take these tape strips off. One more. Oops, pulled it completely away. And then these can just fold over, and this just reinforces the lid of the box, just to make it a bit more, a bit stronger. There we go. So of course you would have stuck yours together here and held it for a bit longer. So then that just slides over the top. Okay, so bring in your other layers here. So the petal pink one, we're just going to leave flat. Keep picking out the wrong glue. Let's get that other one going. Okay, so stick this layer just flat onto the lid of the box. And there'll be a small border all the way around. This one you could also stick flat, but I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back. And then just again, that has a little border to it. Stick that one on the top. With your poppy, you need to just figure out before you try and stick it together which way it lines up. All these, let's have a look, all these petals are slightly different. There we go. So have a go at that before you try and stick it on. And then I mainly put glue just in this middle section here. You can pop a little bit on, oh dear, not that much, on a couple of the thicker bits, but I quite like it popping up at the edges, to be honest, anyway. So flip it back over, line it up again. No, I've lost which way it goes. Oh my gosh, don't film in the morning. I'm not a morning person, really. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that into place. If you do get glue anywhere, especially if you're using our Tombow multi-purpose glue, it will dry clear anyway. This is another little piece from the poppy dies. So I'm going to stick that one down. Onto there. And then with the ribbon, oh, I just adore this. So you need about 12 inches here. And I just looped it over like this and secured it with glue dots. So I tend to get the loop how I want it to be first. So I want quite a nice size loop at the end, and then I'll pop, just lift that up and I pop a glue dot there just to hold that piece in place. So I know I've got the shape of my loop, and then another glue dot on the other side, and then just flip it back over and have it hanging off the end here a bit, so that when you come to put your poppy on, you still got a nice bit of the loop there. And then on the back of the poppy, again, you could just stick it down normally, but I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals on there. Stick your poppy on. And then these are gorgeous. These are called Elegant Faceted Gems. I've used these a lot as well, but I just thought they're a really nice way to finish off the box. So going to pop a couple randomly on here. Oops, that one didn't stick. And then a pink one on this side. Where should we put it? Sometimes trying to make things at random is really hard. You'll get some of these in your kit if you've ordered the kit from me. So you can pop those on wherever you like. Pop that one there. And then one more down here. And there you go. There's your little triple peony poppy box. Take care, bye.